Hello. Hello. Can y'all hear me out there? It has been a while since I've done a live stream. How's the audio? Can you hear me fine? All right, let me see if I can turn the audio up here. Test. How was that? Is that better? Test. Why is it so loud? Why is it so low? Digital. That should be digital. Okay. I think this should be a lot better now. All right, I think this should be better. Okay. I think this should be a lot better now. I had to unplug my microphone, and it froze out Wirecast. This is what you use to live stream for YouTube, so I had to restart everything. All right, so tell everybody to refresh in the comments if they can't see me. They may need to refresh the page. All right. All right, so I got all the technical stuff out of the way. I thought it was straight before I started, but the audio was super low for some reason. And but now we're back in business right now. I think the audio sounds good. Everybody can hear me fine. And yeah, so for I'm reading the comments, kind of stupid, but and so yeah, so what people don't know, this is a live stream with me going to be covering the event from multiple news sources and updating you with pictures and video if we can get it. Apple has not said anything about live streaming the event, so more than likely they're not going to have a live stream coming from the actual event itself. So obviously I'm not there at the event, but I'll be updating you as everything happens and giving you my opinion on the fly, and I'll be looking at the comments and letting everybody you know, seeing what you guys are talking about. So yeah, so we'll have pictures like this popping up, you know, showing up throughout the event, and then you'll be hearing me talking, and then as they announce things live as it happens, I'll be talking to you right then and there about it. So yeah, so again, if Apple isn't streaming it, unless somebody opens a laptop up and takes their webcam inside the event and streams it and doesn't get caught, we probably are not going to be having any video coming from the event itself until Apple gets done with the event, and they'll be posting the video up on their page, but that can take an hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours sometimes. So I'll be giving you guys updates, and I've done this before. We usually have a good time. My dog is, I think, sleeping right now. I'll try to wake her up so you can see her. But we usually, Pink, you're watching me. But I sent her the wrong link. But yeah, so yeah, usually we have a good time doing these things. So it's been a long time since that live stream. So it starts in exactly 44 minutes. So it starts at 12 p.m. Central Time. There's 1 Eastern Time. That's going to be 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific Time. If you're anywhere else in the world, just stay tuned for another 44 minutes or 43 minutes. And then we'll be having the stream start. We'll be getting on the road here. As you can see under my arm over there, some more giveaway items that some companies have sent me. So I'll be having some giveaways coming up here very soon for you guys, and also more content. And why do you keep asking me to twerk? I'm not a girl. Guys should not be twerking. Some girls shouldn't be twerking either. You already know who that is. And the funny thing is about twerking, and we got time, guys. We got time before it starts. But the funny thing is about twerking is that it's been around for so long, but I think a lot of people haven't heard about it or something, but now it's just coming out. But you know, I come from Memphis. I'm from Memphis for the past like 10 years or so. And yeah, twerking has been around for so long. It's lagging a bit. Should be good on my internet connection. It looks good on my end. I'm watching the view page, the show page, live page, and me streaming in Wirecast. And it looks to be going pretty smoothly. Pretty smoothly. Twerking. So yeah, so as we know from the event so far, that, you know, more than likely the new iPhone 5S is going to have a fingerprint sensor. This is one of the rumors that has been around for a while. And Apple definitely is not going to be the first company to put a fingerprint sensor inside of a phone. But I think that their implementation of it may be a little bit more cohesive in the operating system itself. Instead of just putting it on there and saying, "Hey, here it is. You can use it just to unlock your phone." I'm pretty sure this fingerprint system is going to be used for you can lock down certain applications, and also for in-app purchases. That's one thing I do hate. Every time I want to buy something inside of a game, I got to put it in my password all over again. I now just should be able to just swipe my finger across it, which would be great. Yeah. So I think the fingerprint sensor, if it's just going to be built right into the home button, I think it's going to be something that's going to be good. Hopefully they do something that Android has been doing now, where you can have multiple users on one single device. So the new iPad will probably have a fingerprint sensor as well. So now you just be able to swipe your fingerprint to log in to different accounts. This is one thing I think Apple should have done a long time ago. Android beat them to the punch. And Android has beat them to the punch on a lot of things here recently. But that's one of the things I love, like on the new Nexus 7, how the multiple user support is definitely improved and more secure in locking down all these different things. So do something funny. Y'all keep asking me to twerk. Good gracious. And some of you guys, too. What is going on? Now, next stream, I'll try to get an official twerker here to start the show for you, as we have a little time to wait. I'll try to get an official twerker. You know what? And I actually, yeah, I try. I'm not gonna say that. You can't hear me, Cody Johnson. You cannot hear me. I think everybody else can hear me. Right? You can still hear me. Yeah, audio should be good. So you may have to oh, you can't hear me. And the good thing about this event too, guys, one of the new features ever since I started streaming on YouTube, they didn't have this a little while ago, but you can, it's basically like a DVR, so you can actually go back in time. So if I start talking about something or one of the new products, you can actually rewind back in the player now and go back. So I think it's pretty cool. And also too, if you do have to leave while I'm live streaming, this will be automatically uploaded to YouTube, or just basically recorded, but it'll be automatically live on YouTube for you to watch at a different time. So yeah, so I'm excited. So the new iPhone 5S, it's going to be improved processors. It's going to be better cameras. Oh! This is my twerk. Like this? You like it? Back and forth. And yeah, the iPhone 5S. Hopefully, it will have NFC capabilities. I hope Apple doesn't just rely on AirDrop. NFC is definitely something that I like to use in other devices. Just pairing up wireless headphones to them, or again, it's good for transferring information, but just it's a lot of devices now that support NFC, that I think if Apple jumps aboard with the iPhone, we'll probably see a lot more devices support NFC. And one of the key leaders in NFC right now is definitely Sony. Sony is on the ball, and I'm loving everything they do about how their devices are all connected to each other. And I'm excited. Now, I don't know if y'all saw about this PS Vita TV that's just got announced yesterday, and that's going to be kind of going against the Apple TV. And everything that I'm seeing so far, I mean, the ability to be able to say that your PS4 is connected on the TV in your living room, but somebody's watching a football game, and you still want to play PS4, you can actually, if you have the PS Vita TV hooked up on another TV, you can actually stream that content on that PS4 to another TV set and play it regularly, just like you were in the room that had the actual PS4 to the TV set. Hopefully I explained that right. So I think that's pretty cool. And it looks more focused on games. So yeah, you'll be able to rent movies and TV shows and play music through it. But I think the game support is definitely on board. And this is something that Apple has been lacking behind with the Apple TV. I would think it'd be really easy for them to allow you to be able to use an iOS device like an iPod Touch to play a game on their Apple TV. So the rumor is that the Apple TV will be getting a software update shortly after this event, hopefully. But it doesn't look like we'll be getting a hardware update. So a lot of these gaming functionalities, they could come in the software update, but we'll have to see. Do I use NFC Vasul? I'm gonna start answering some questions here, guys. We got a little bit over, but we got close to about 40 minutes before the event. I said, do I use NFC on a daily basis? Not really. I use it for, I use my, well, actually, not, yeah, I don't use it on a daily basis, but my new camera that I just did a review of, the Sony RX100 Mark II, that has NFC capabilities in it. And so when I'm using that camera, when I'm out and about, I like to take pictures from that camera and add that to my iPhone so I can Instagram it or Facebook it. And I have to go through Wi-Fi, so that takes a couple extra steps than if I just had NFC built into my phone, just tapping it to the new camera. But the iPhone can't do that. You have to go through Wi-Fi. But something on my HTC, something like on my HTC One or my Galaxy S4, I can just simply tap the camera to the phone, and now it's going to be transferring those images, and that just saves me, it saves me probably 30 to 45 seconds, but just something that just makes NFC a lot useful. And it's kind of at this point now with Apple, it's like, why not? Why not add NFC in it? You may not, Apple doesn't really need to support it totally. I mean, just make it available so you can use it with third-party devices. It's kind of like, why not? And I think at this point, I think Apple can't afford to go along this path that they've been doing for a few years, saying, well, we'll do it when we're ready, or no, they can't afford to do that. They need to make sure they're current, because they only update their phone once a year, and so they don't add NFC now. This is going to be going on maybe 2.5 years where phones have been shipping with NFC, and their iPhone is going to be lagging behind. So, what is NFC? Well, NFC is basically, I don't have anything. Well, this is an example. These devices don't have NFC in them. So basically, NFC is that, say this was the HTC One, and these headphones are NFC compatible. So, and these are wireless. Now they're wireless. So say I wanted to sync them or pair them together. Now you can go through Bluetooth, where you have to go to Bluetooth and then find that device and then hit pair, then enter in the 4-digit code and all that stuff. But if both of these devices were NFC, all I had to do is tap them, and then now they'll be paired together. So now I can just simply tap them and put on my head and start listening to music. And so it just saves that step of either going through Bluetooth or going through Wi-Fi. So it's called near field communications. And there's a lot more things you can do with it. You can have these little tags that you can set somewhere. So if I have a business card and I have an NFC tag on it, so somebody can tap that tag on the back of that NFC card, then they don't have all my business card information synced over to their contacts in their phone or phone numbers. And I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities for NFC, but when it comes to cell phones, more than likely it's going to be used for syncing devices together with it. So yeah, talk about Breaking Bad. Well, you know what, guys? I know Pink is watching too. It's been like probably 5 months, maybe 6 months, maybe longer since I stopped my live show that I used to do in Vocal. I will be bringing my live show back for you guys every Wednesday. And I think I'm gonna try to start that. I may start that this week, but I definitely probably should have it started by next week. I just needed a break because I was doing it for a few years. And so yeah, for everybody who's joining right now, let me go ahead and tweet this out. So share this live stream, everybody. Share it to everybody, but let me go ahead and tweet this thing out. But yeah, so the Apple live stream will be starting here in about 35 minutes. So we have a little time before they get things rolling. And I'm making sure I got all my information up. Let me get some music rolling here too while we're waiting. And so what is the number one thing that y'all looking forward to this for this new Apple event? Is it the iPads? Is it the iPhone 5C, the plastic iPhone, which is pretty much confirmed now? Give it up, babe. Xbox One or PS4. I mean, I'm getting both. It's really hard to really, I think the PS4 is going to be better for gaming, and then I think the Xbox One is going to be better for, connectivity in your living room. And I'm really going to be using that a lot for my TV set and my DVR and stuff. All right, and so yeah, so this is a look from outside the event that's getting ready to go down here, and they're holding it on their own campus. So it's not going to be a huge, thing like WWDC, but it's going to be something a little bit more controlled. And of course, in the beginning, they'll be talking about all their different accomplishments that they've done here in the past year at the Apple Store, and putting out a whole bunch of numbers. So for the first 10, 15 minutes of the event, it's going to be kind of the same old spiel from Apple. And then they'll get into the good stuff that we've been waiting for, the iPhone, the hopefully new Mac Pro. They finalize the details on that, which I'm pretty sure they are. And I think we'll probably see some new iPhones. No, not new iPhones, but new iPods. Unless Apple is planning on holding another event in October, like a music event, I think we could possibly see information about new iPods. They may not change every single iPod in the lineup, but maybe, maybe the new iPod Touch, of course, maybe getting the fingerprint sensor and stuff. Who knows? Well, yeah, you know what? I think they probably keep the fingerprint sensor exclusive to the iPhone 5S. But we could see iPods get updated, iPads as well. So, I mean, if there's a long list of things that Apple could talk about at this event, and this could make for a pretty long event or a jam-packed event. They have to talk about OS X Mavericks, so that's coming out here in the fall, so they have to talk about that. They got to talk about the iPhone 5S, iPhone 5C, iOS 7. They'll probably have some new tricks up their sleeve for iOS 7 that we haven't seen yet, and I've been using the beta here ever since they released it. And it's definitely gotten more stabler, I guess, more stable. And what else? Possible new MacBook Pros and stuff like that. I don't know whether we'll see that, but they have a lot of stuff they can possibly talk about this event. So it's going to be a jam-packed event. So we should be getting ready for a lot of stuff here. So again, here's just a look on the outside of the event as we get ready. As we get ready. When is iOS 7 coming out? iOS 7 could be coming out, probably more than likely just like they did last year, a couple days before the iPhone 5S is released. So maybe on like that Wednesday of next week, it could be coming out. There's been some rumors that Apple may release it today, who knows. But I think more than likely we'll see it a couple days before the iPhone 5S is released, so they can get all their servers straight so people can go ahead and download them. People who don't plan on upgrading to their phones, upgrading to the iPhone 5S. So maybe next Wednesday, the latest I would think next Wednesday of next week. But again, we'll find out for sure as this event is going down. Let me go ahead and get this thing tweeted out here. 1 second. I need a bigger monitor, man. I got this LED cinema display, one of the first ones. I need to get one of the 27-inch ones. Hopefully they announce something new on that. If not, I'm gonna go get one. I need something bigger. Mac Pro today. No, I don't think the Mac Pro will be released today. I mean, I think they'll talk about it today, but I don't think it'll be released. It's not going to be released today. Now, I think Tuesday here, today is going to be them announcing everything. Then more than likely this Friday will be at midnight. You'll be able to pre-order. Now, of course, that's just a freaking mess when you try to do the pre-orders with Apple, because their servers always go down. So this Friday, you'll probably be able to pre-order everything. They may accept pre-orders for the Mac Pro today. I mean, that's something that's, because of the cost, it's not going to be something that millions of people are going to be pre-ordering. So they may do pre-orders today, but I don't think you'll have anything you'll be able to buy today. Maybe some stuff tomorrow, iPods and stuff like that. But I don't think you'll be able to go in the store or do anything like that and buy anything today. How about the 27-inch monitor? You know what? That actually is true. I use it as a backdrop. Now I'm going to be redesigning. I'm in the whole process of revisioning this Soldier Knows Best setup. So I'm going to be changing it here soon. You'll probably see it from a video today as well. So yeah, this office is going to be getting an overhaul here very soon. So I got some things in the works to liven this up, and I may use this as a monitor. I'm probably going to end up giving this to one of my friends or family because I'm not using this thing. I just use it as a backdrop for my videos. I know it's sad. It sounds very stuck up, but yeah. Would I work for Apple? No. Um, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't work for Apple. I don't know. We talk about like in the retail store or something. No, I wouldn't work for Apple. I work with them. You know, if they need my advice on certain things, and I would work with them. Portugal is sending me a kiss. I never kissed a country before. Grand Theft Auto 5. Hello, Malaysia. Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, I'm going to be at that on the Xbox 360 and on the new next generation systems. Favorite Subway combo? I missed these questions. I really did miss these questions. But yeah, but again, as I reiterated, just to reiterate, yeah, iOS 7 could be available to download today for the public, or more than likely next Wednesday, a couple days before the event. Show you my puppy Gadget. Gadget. She may be asleep. We'll see if she comes. Your dog just died. I'm sorry about that. I'm very, very, very sorry about that. Is my mic low again? Somebody said my mic is low. Can't hear. How long will the event last? It more likely last for 2 hours. So give or take around 2 hours, probably longer. They have a lot of stuff to talk about. So we'll be here for a while. Hello from China. Hello, China. Cambodia. We have people all over watching. London, Finland, everywhere. USA says hello. The smartwatch. Yeah, I like the Samsung smartwatch. I don't like it's only compatible with like the Galaxy Note 3 and the new Note 10 10.0 or Tab 10.0, whatever one it is, whichever one. I think it'd be easy for them just to make that thing compatible with the S4 and the S3. I mean, those are the two popular phones out from Samsung. But other than that, from what I've seen, I think it's a good start to this smartwatch evolution. And a lot of companies are going to be releasing new smartwatches here soon, and I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be interesting. I'm definitely gonna get in and try it out. I love Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is my favorite show. So again, all of those who are joining right now, the Apple event will be starting here in just about 25 minutes. Apple is not live streaming the event as far as we know now, so I'll be keeping you up to date with news from multiple different sources, and I'm kind of be like a one-stop shop. For news when it comes out of the event. I'll update you live as it happens. I'll have pictures. If I can get some video, I'll be showing you some video. But it's going to be a good time. We're going to have a good time doing this. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun. And let's see here. Trying to get my workflow here straight. No, don't want to do that. I'm doing good. Where did I get these pictures that are behind me? You're talking about these pictures right here. But those are, God, where the freak they're from? I said freak. Oh, God, I can't think. You don't know why. Somebody knows. Somebody probably said in the comments. I cannot think today. Canvas Pop. Yeah. So I got these pictures behind me from Canvas Pop. So all those pictures behind me. And I got a lot more actually in my room. And I was going to do a video on that a long time ago. And I'll do a video over this. I know a lot of people use Instagram. And it's really high quality canvas prints of pictures. And so there's just something cool. And I like because I could be able to, and some of those in the bathroom back there. I got them in the bathroom. But it's cool because when people come over and they see the images, and I take decent images on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, Mark Watson. That's my real name, Mark Watson on Instagram. But anyway, I take decent images on Instagram, and it's cool because I can have those printed out, and when people come over, I can say, yeah. And so where'd you take this? There's a story behind every picture. So I took this, doing this. I took this, doing that. And so that's why I like having these, and you can update them, regularly. So I usually buy a few every couple months. I buy some new ones. What's on my iPhone video? Yes, I'll be doing that. I will be doing that. So screen share. You want to see some screen share? Actually, I do need to set that up though. That'll be a lot easier for me to show images. Let me see. iMac, select screen region. Give it up a bang, and I still don't know why. Okay. I'm still here. I'm still here. All right, so we got 20 minutes. 20 minutes. What am I most excited about the iPhone 5S? I mean, I would say the camera. The camera, and the possibilities of the fingerprint sensor. Other than that, I mean, I'm not really too overly excited for it because I know it's going to be the same form factor. It's going to be improved specs, and I've been using iOS 7 here for a little while, so I'm kind of, But yeah, I would say those are the two things, and I'm interested to see what other things they do with iOS 7 because I'm pretty sure what they've shown us so far is going to be something. They got to have something up their sleeve with iOS 7, and that could be used in conjunction with the cameras. The camera or the fingerprint capabilities, the fingerprint sensor capabilities. So LeBron James is the best. He's the best basketball player in the world for sure. Just testing out some things here. All right, so about 15 minutes away. 15 minutes away from the Apple event. So am I reading that comment? Yes, I am reading the comment. It's my actual name, Mark Watson. That's my Instagram name, Mark Watson. What feature? I already answered that. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll be doing a giveaway of the new iPhone, of course. For sure. I always do giveaways. But yeah, so I'll be doing that, but I'll have more information about that after it's launched and all that stuff. So I'll probably have more information about that, within this week or next week. Yeah, I got a cinema display hooked up to the new 27-inch iMac. So, but yeah, I'm thinking about getting the. Hopefully, if they announce a new cinema display, I'll be getting that one, or not. Or if not, I'll be probably getting a 27-inch. Because this one right here is just 24. And I'll probably go into the refurbished store to get it. I'll probably do that. So again, this is just a look from outside the Apple event here. And things should be getting underway here very, very soon. Tim Cook has just entered the building. We're going to be getting this show on the road here very, very, very soon. So yeah, so it doesn't look like any of the media is actually in right now, so which is kind of weird. They're waiting to the last second, so it may be a late start to the event. We'll see. Will you be interested when Apple makes a bigger screen? Yeah, it's been a rumor that Apple will be making or they're testing right now, like an iPhone, maybe around 6 inches or something like that. Apple's every company tests everything. They're probably testing a 7-inch phone. Who knows? But I personally. I like the screen size of the iPhone 5S. When I use it, I don't feel like I need more. I mean, it really depends on how the OS takes advantage of it. But I like the iPhone 5S screen size. And again, but I do like the HTC One screen size too in the S4. So I think those screen sizes from the S4 and the HTC One is probably the biggest that I personally want to go. The Samsung Galaxy Note 3 looks awesome, but I just don't see myself carrying that big of a phone around. Because I don't feel myself every single day needing to take advantage of that huge screen real estate. I mean, unless I'm going to be writing a lot using the pen or drawing on it or watching movies every single day on my phone, the S3, the Galaxy Note S3 is probably just a little too big for my taste. That's what she. But so I would say HTC One S4 size is right around for what I like right now. Yeah, so the iPhone 5S, we'll see. Which color of the iPhone 5S would I be buying? Well, if they have the champagne or gold color, I'll be probably getting that one. I'll probably get multiple colors of it, and I use one for a giveaway. But I don't know. I'm more of a it may be kind of hard to notice, but I'm more of a black person when it comes to the iPhone. So I'm more of a black person with that. But champagne, I may get the champagne. We'll see. But I always normally put a case. Like I carry a case. Where's my phone? Oh, it's between my freaking. But yeah, I carry this Mophie juice pack case. So I normally put a case on my phone anyway. So you getting champagne, I'm not gonna be really walking around naked with it. Now I haven't used the iPhone 5S yet. Haven't used the iPhone 5S yet. And I have no idea why the audio is so low. I'll try to talk louder, but I don't know why it's low. So we've come up here close to 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Give it up for fame, and I still don't know why. Yeah, I'm really feeling that Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake. All right, yeah. So I'm just going to either turn the volume up on your computer, or I'm going to try to talk louder, especially when the event starts, just in case the audio is too low for you. Well, a lot of people are saying audio is fine. And it's kind of delayed. I'm looking at the comments on my YouTube page, and it's delayed probably by like a minute from me actually talking. So it's going to be pretty weird. But once the event starts, I'm gonna try not to. I'm not going to be paying too much attention to the comments because I'm going to get too far behind. Again, look from the outside of the event, 10 minutes until we should be probably starting. They may be a little late. Because again, I don't think the media is even in yet, or they're probably just now walking in. And also, too, one thing that, nice tongue, I need some chapstick. But also, one thing that just came out is possible that the actual home button may have a light around it now, and that could be used as a notification light. Let me see if I can find that picture, because I think somebody supposedly got the packaging for the iPhone, and it showed that. So that could be something that may be coming out, something new. I'm actually a soldier. Yes, yeah. Let me go get Gadget before we actually start. I'll show you my dog. And I still don't know why. Here. When she's sleepy, she doesn't like to get off the couch. She's big now. It's probably from what you've seen in my video. Oh, she's a lot bigger now. I probably get dog hair all over my shirt. So it's kind of really hard to hold her in, but little treat. Oh yeah. Now I'm getting her to pose here. There you go. I'm gonna stop teasing you. But yeah, her name is Gadget. You can see, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably see a lot of pictures of her. But she's big now. I remember at my first video, she was probably like this big, crawling on my table. But yeah. Nope, Gadget cannot twerk. No. All right, let me put her down. 7 minutes from supposedly the start of the event, and people are in now. So here is a look from inside the event. And that is a look from inside. All right, girl, go play. Go play. Oh. Spin my rifle. I don't even know where my rifle is. Yeah, I did a video on my soldier up close. I have a lot of stuff that I'm trying to get back into the groove of things, but yeah, I did a video on my soldier up close channel where I spin my rifle. I was on a drill team in high school and college. It starts in about 5 minutes, supposedly. And Apple's normally on time. And again, it's another look from inside the event as people are getting settled. And ready to go. Set my focus in manual. I'm using just the, I'm just using my Logitech C920 webcam for the stream. Once I start my stream back up, maybe not the first week or the second week, but I am going to be using my Canon XA10 for that, hopefully. And so it'll be better. So, yeah, so the focus will go in and out. It's all the focus, but it should be fine. Okay. So, very soon, people. Very soon, 4 minutes. 4 minutes till the announcement. We'll be getting this show on the road. Where's my apple juice? Yeah, actually, I went into the refrigerator. I don't have apple juice today. I just have water. I'm going to pretend it's apple juice. Very excited for Grand Theft Auto. Very excited. Super excited. We are close. We are very, very close. Give it up for fame, and I still don't know why. For the umpteenth time, yes, I'm very excited for Grand Theft Auto 5. I can't wait. I'm taking off of work for it. Which is stupid because I work from home. But yeah, on that day, I won't be doing anything. I will not be doing anything at all. So what is going to happen now? So in 2 minutes, the show is going to start. Apple is not live streaming the event, so there's nowhere on the internet that you can actually go to and watch the live event. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to be here with you, and we're going to be talking about the event as it happens live. And I'm going to be updating you with pictures and things like that. And my KSI's brother. And we'll be getting live updates as it happens, and I'll just be giving you my personal opinion right as it goes down. Twerk, 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 twerk that Mac. Twerk, 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 twerk that Mac. For those who get that, that's funny. Do I like Jobs? I actually haven't seen the Jobs movie. Who has seen the Jobs movie? Surprisingly, I haven't seen it yet. What happened was I watched Steve Wozniak's kind of his review or opinion about the movie. They kind of let me down a little bit, of course, because he was there for most of it. And of course, the movie's not going to be exactly how it went down. So I think it's still showing in the movie theater here at an AMC. So I may go check that out today or tomorrow. I'm going to go check it out just because. So it looks like The Verge, somebody at The Verge has spotted an armored truck. So an armored truck just showed up to the venue. That could be their demo devices that the press is going to be able to mess with. Yeah, Al Gore is there as well. So an armored truck is at the event. So it is 12. It is 12, guys. The event should be starting at any moment now. And we'll be having the kind of the first look here at the iPhone. Well, not really first look because we've seen so many leaks of it yet. So I'm just now seeing your comments on the movie Jobs. So, yeah. I think I'm just gonna. It's one of the movies. I'm such a big Steve Jobs. I'm just gonna go see it just to see it. You know, I'd rather, even though it may be bad and I may know it's gonna be bad, I just still need to see it. And Tim Cook is on stage. The man himself is finally on stage here. The man of Apple. Tim Cook is in the building, looking dapper as normal with that. What was that on the Muppet Babies? What was that? You remember it was the two old people that used to be up high in the auditorium, always mad about something? He looks like that taller one, that skinny taller one. Doesn't he? All right, so anyway, Tim Cook now is going into the updates about Apple, like normal, like I said before, that he's going to be just going over everything here, talking about all the updates about the iTunes Festival, which is in the 7th year. Awesome, the iTunes Festival. So yeah, so he's talking about the iTunes Festival. Great. Great, great, great. So yeah, so again, like normal, guys, we're gonna have just a while here before we get to the actual new products and stuff. Apple likes to do this, so we're gonna have a while before we get to the real good stuff. And so here are the people that are going to be performing on the iTunes Festival. Actually, it doesn't look too bad of a lineup there. Lady Gaga, as you've seen on the MTV Awards, is we got Justin Timberlake is killing it right now. Robin Thicke, who didn't look too comfortable with Miley Cyrus, and yeah, we're just buying time. It looks like it's going to be about 20 million people. What? Stream live, so people have applied for it, so you have to apply for it. The iTunes Festival online. The keynote is not live. I say again, the keynote is not live. Apple is not streaming it. Apple is not streaming the event live, so there's nowhere you can actually watch video of it until after the event. So now we just have, you know, the pictures to go by. He's just talking about the iTunes Festival. Again, it's going to be pretty boring here. I'm trying to make it interesting. It's going to be pretty boring here for a few times here, for a few more minutes. So still talking about the iTunes Festival. Robin Thicke. Yeah, he really just had that one song, right? That one song that's really. I got his album. I really haven't listened to it. So again, they're still talking about the iTunes Festival, showing them setting up the venue. Fun, fun, fun. Just waiting. Just waiting. You want to meet me in real life? Well, here in St. Louis, I need to do a meetup. I'm going to do a meetup here in St. Louis soon. And when I travel, I'm going to start doing more meetups and stuff. But I'm using that. I'm at CES every year, coming up in January. CES for sure, I'll be there. And again, guys, we're just buying time. The Apple event has started. They're talking about the iTunes Music Festival, and I think he just got finished talking about it. And they're probably going to start talking about, how many devices they have activated and all that crap. So we can still got a little while. And yeah, now he's updating us on retail. So he's talking about the retail market now. So yeah, it's the calm before the storm. They do this every event. We've been here a long time, guys. Y'all know what's up. So we're gonna have about probably 20 minutes, well, 15, 20 minutes of just this stuff. I need a better microphone. Yes, I do, and I actually do have a better microphone. I just don't have the setup here, the mixing. I have to actually put it through my computer. But yeah, you'll see in my video later on today that I'm working on my setup a little bit, and I do have a better microphone coming. So yeah, this microphone right now is, and also too, just my place is very echoey, and I need to help cut that down. So I'll be working on that. I'll be working on that. All right, so he's still talking about retail. Still talking about retail. Nothing special to see here. Nothing at all. Now, again, retail is a very big, important part of the Apple experience, though. It is. It is very important. They have some really cool stores. That's a very cool looking store. When it comes to, you look at Sony does have stores in random places. Microsoft does have stores. They actually just opened up a Microsoft store here in St. Louis. It's normally only 2 people in there every time I walk by. But their stores are very important. Apple stores are always very busy with support or buying products. Yeah, it's a very big important part of it. So I know why he's talking about it, but I just want to get to the new stuff. So yeah, still talking about retail. So I'll switch over to my ugly mug here as we are waiting. Checking the comments here. I don't know why they didn't live stream the event this time. Maybe because they hold it on their own campus and they may not have the capabilities, even though I'm pretty sure they can bring the capabilities in. But yeah. So now we're starting to get to the nitty gritty here. So next month he says they're going to be shipping 700 million. There's 700 millionth iOS devices. So that's a lot of devices that they have shipped so far that are running iOS 7. And so we're starting to get to it. We're starting to get to the good part here. He said iOS 7 will quickly becomes the world's most popular operating system. And I think that's because he's saying that as soon as iOS 7 is released, people are going to be updating the thing in iTunes or on the devices themselves. Whereas one thing with Android, again, I love Android. I'm not bashing it, but still, when their new version releases, a lot of devices aren't going to be compatible for weeks or months. So now we're getting ready to talk iOS 7. So now we're getting ready probably to reiterate a lot of the stuff that he talked about at the at WWDC. But I think they'll probably wait to show us some of the cool new features when they talk about the iPhone 5S and what they can do with iOS 7. And they're going to be talking about the home screen, the lock, and the lock screen, and all that good stuff. You're stuck in LA traffic listening to my stream? That sucks. It's one thing I don't like about LA. All right, so he's showing he's showing iOS 7 now. Again, here's the layout. And he's just talking about the control center and notification center, and he's talking that he's really going through it fast because, again, we covered this in WWDC. I covered this in a couple of videos of me talking about iOS 7. You can check those out a little later if you want to. But yeah, we're just going through it. So yeah. So this is just basically where you can pull down, and now the universal search you can pull down at any point in the OS, and now you can go ahead and type in and look through your messages, mail, or do an internet search, or look through for certain applications and things like that. And that works well. It does work well. And the next picture is going to be multitasking, showing off the new multitasking here in iOS 7. We don't know when iOS 7 is coming out yet. So iOS 7 could be coming out today for people who already have iOS devices, or it could be coming out probably next Wednesday, a couple days before the release of the next iPhone. So again, right now he's just recapping everything with iOS 7. We've seen this before. You watch the videos. Nothing new yet. They're kind of warming us up for the new stuff here. It is not possible to watch the keynote live. No. Congrats to my baby. I guess you're talking about my dog. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have newer ringtones. So better audio things going on in iOS 7. So better ringtones, and I think that's always a good thing to have better ringtones. I think so. I, I think so. And then talking about the camera application. And this is where you can actually swipe across the screen to switch between taking a panoramic image, just a regular photo, or a square image, or a video. Now you just swipe to the left or to the right to go between them. And the camera, even on the iPhone, on the iPhone 5 that I have now, the camera's a lot snappier since it's running iOS 7. I mean, it can take a lot of pictures rapidly, very fast. Faster than what you can do if you're running iOS 6 right now on your iPhone 5. So I can just assume on the iPhone 5S it's going to be even faster because it's going to have better hardware. Do I have a wife? No. Came close. Came close, but no, I do not have a wife. All right, so again, what do I think about the multitasking? It's better than what it was before. Um, so it's good. I think if you look at Android multitasking and iOS multitasking, just the act of actually swiping through devices, tapping on them, and getting rid of them, they're very similar. One is just vertical, one is just horizontal, basically. But I think the multitasking in iOS 7 is definitely better than what it was before. So now I'm talking about iTunes Radio. Good old iTunes Radio, which I have been using and it's been working great. And this allows you to have playlists, or actually, radio stations. So it's very similar to Pandora, but it's going to be built into it. Basically, every device is running iOS 7 now for the most part, and you'll be able to run those playlists and things. And I would say that over Pandora, I get more of the music from the person that I'm choosing. So if I make a Kanye West playlist, in Pandora, they have one song of Kanye West and other songs of other people. I would say this iTunes Radio does the same thing, but it's less of other people's songs. They do more of that person's songs. So yeah, so you're just talking about this. Your comments are hilarious. All right, so still just kind of rehashing everything that we already know about iOS 7. So again, nothing new yet. We're only 15 minutes in, and we have a long time to go. And we have a lot of good new stuff to get to. So we're going to be here for a while. So now we're showing off iOS 7 on the iPad. Of course, it has a bigger screen. They really didn't talk about this too much. And actually, I have it on my iPad mini, and it works great. It's awesome. It's going to be coming out September 18th. So iOS 7 will be coming out on September 18th. It's going to be available for, let me go ahead and put up this list for you. On the iPhone 4 and later, iPad 2 and later, the iPad mini, and the iPod Touch 5th generation. So this is when all the devices that iOS 7 will be compatible. Again, it's coming out on September the 18th. September the 18th. So that is next Wednesday. So kind of exactly what I said. I predicted it, even though anybody could have predicted it. So next Wednesday is when iOS 7 is coming out. Now he's talking about iWork. iWork. So of course, iWork is the productivity site. or productivity applications that you can do for word processing or spreadsheets and all that good stuff, PowerPoint-like presentations. So yeah. iWork. So yeah, so the big news so far, guys, just to reiterate, iOS 7 coming out next Wednesday, the 18th. So that's a couple days before the iPhone 5S launches. It's going to be available for the iPhone 4 later, iPad 2 later, iPad mini, and iPod Touch 5th generation. And still, he's just going over saying why iOS devices are great for content creation. iWork. So I'm going to hear some new things about iWork. Now, iLife, it's been a while, really, since we've seen anything with iLife. So they may also announce some new software with iLife, possibly. Who knows? All right, now he's talking about iPhoto and iMovie. Here we go. So iPhoto and iMovie are next. I think he's talking about iOS devices, though. So he's not really talking about the desktop. So he's probably talking about updates coming to those applications for iOS devices. And here he's showing off iPhoto on the iPhone. But it's nothing really new. I don't think he's showing anything new with this. And he's saying almost all of our customers want these apps. So I think he's going to make them free. I'm going to assume he's about to make all these applications free for everybody. And yep, now they are free. So honestly, I'm just, yeah. So now they're all free. So all these applications in the App Store are now going to be free for you guys to download, which I think is awesome. The same thing they do for on the desktop, so it's good that they're going to be doing this, making them free. So big news, September 18th, release of iOS 7. Now all of these applications are going to be available free for iOS users in the App Store. And so when you go to set up your phone for the first time, you'll be brought to this screen. Now you have the option to download all of these applications onto your phone. Instead of having them all preloaded and taking up your precious storage space, they give you the option to download them. I don't know whether, it looks like they say download all. It doesn't give you option just like to choose an individual one. So we'll see. And now it's time to talk about the iPhone. Now it is time to talk about the iPhone. Finally. They're getting right into it. It's only 20 minutes in and we're talking about the star of the show so far. So either this is going to be a short presentation or Apple may be having something else up their sleeve. I mean, seems like the perfect setup for a one more. They can't do one more thing. That one more thing has to go with Steve. But we may have something else to be released here because they're already talking about the iPhone. So he said in the past, when we introduced a new iPhone, we lowered the price of the previous iPhone and sold that. He said now they're not going to be doing that anymore. So more likely now we're about to start talking about the iPhone 5C. This is the plastic, low-cost iPhone. And so he's made it permanent now that the iPhone 5 is going away. You're not going to be able to get that thing new anymore. We're going to have the iPhone 5C replace that as the $100 option possibly. We'll see. They haven't confirmed that yet. And my stream is late. Yeah, I know my stream is late. Coming from me to you, it's about a 30-second delay from the actual news happening. So I'm talking in good time, but it's not really working that great. All right, so he has confirmed that the first is the iPhone 5C. The iPhone 5C is confirmed. This is going to be the name of the low-cost option. for the iPhone 5C. And he says it's going to be more fun and more colorful. All right, and so now they're showing a video of the iPhone 5C now. And again, we can't watch the video, we can't see it. There's no live stream. I'll say it again, there's no actual live stream. I'm updating you with this stuff as it happens from multiple different sources. And this is the best that you can get right now. So it looks like you got lime green, yellow, blue, pink, white are some of the colors that you can get for the iPhone 5C. And looks like this is the official lineup right here. What I'm getting ready to show you of the iPhone 5C of these colors. Voila. And it looks like the rumor is going to also be confirmed that the wallpapers are going to be kind of synced up to the phone. So when you buy them, like you buy this green phone, it'll have the green wallpaper on there. So he's also talking about the part of this unibody design is that the entire back and sides are made out of one single part. And these phones look, I mean, they look cool. I mean, they give you some color options. Again, it's not as customizable as something like the Moto X. But I think from what we can see here, I think these pictures are going to be good. I think these phones are going to be good. Here's a plastic iPhone. The iPhone 5C is confirmed. It looks like they also created a custom case for this thing as well. So now you also have a case to go with it. Well, probably not to go with it. So here's a custom kind of, rubbery case you can put on your plastic iPhone to protect it. Even though if it's plastic, why would you need to protect it? And this is kind of weird. It has this circular pattern on the back. And it said this is so you can show off the original color of your phone. I don't know. I don't know about that. It looks kind of cheap. Looks kind of cheap to me. So yeah, so the iPhone 5C is official. It's going to be replacing the iPhone 5 once the iPhone 5 goes away in a couple weeks. And here's some of these specs. It's going to have a 4-inch Retina display. Integrated touch, full sRGB standard, widescreen video. The A6 processor, which is the same as the iPhone 5. The battery is going to be better than the iPhone 5. It's going to have the same 8-megapixel camera in the iPhone 5. So it's going to be the same type of quality. Console level graphics, blazing fast performance. So it's basically going to be, looks like it's going to be, the specs of the iPhone 5 for the most part, just in a plastic body. And that's basically going to be that. And of course, the screen is going to be smaller, but. So it's going to have a FaceTime HD camera. So now the front-facing camera now looks to be on, it's going to be HD. So FaceTime front-facing calls in HD now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, of course, like normal, I have dual band, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0, LTE. So, yeah, so it looks like it's going to have the iPhone 5 specs in the plastic body. And they basically the Apple's saving money on the display and also saving money on the build cost. So it's going to be $99 for 16 gigabytes, and it's going to be $199 for 32 gigabytes on a 2-year contract for the new iPhone 5C and 5S. So $99, 16 gigabyte, $199, 32 gigabyte. And those ugly cases are going to cost you $29 each. So these ugly cases are going to be replacing the bumpers. And I don't like those cases. I'm going to get the case to see how it is, but yeah. Oh, and it looks like he said yes and Android free. So he said it's going to be Android free. Shots fired already. Shots fired already. All right, so now they're just showing another video. So Johnny Ive is, of course, the lead designer and person at Apple. He's just talking about it. So now he's just talking about the iPhone 5C. So again, $99, 16 gigabyte, $199, 32 gigabyte, replacing the iPhone 5. So the iPhone 5 is going bye-bye in about 2 weeks. And it's just going to be plastic. Looks cool. Looks good. I don't see like a black and white version of it though. Well, it looks like they do have a black and white version of it, I think. Hopefully it's not just these colors. Right? Hopefully it's like a black and just, standard colors for it. This is funny. This is what somebody put up on the iPhone 5C's plastic cover. Oh boy, people on the internet are funny. They are funny. That would be cool though. You'd be able to play Connect, Connect 4 with your case. That's funny. Somebody did that quickly. Like within a minute, they already had that up. And so, yeah, so now they're still talking about they're showing a video going over the manufacturing process of this iPhone 5C. As soon as this video is over, they may talk about the release date of this phone. It may be available for pre-order today, who knows? But we should be talking about the iPhone 5S here right after this. So the big news of the day should be coming very, very soon. Here's just another look at the manufacturing process of the iPhone 5C. And still video going over it. So what do you think? What do you guys think about the iPhone 5C? It's pretty much everything that we already expected. I think one thing that the one thing that I missed before, I thought it was going to have like the iPhone 4S specs, to be very, very cheap, maybe go for free. But yeah, so it's going to be having a lot of the same things in the iPhone 5. That's going to be great. Besides the small display, and it was something else. Small display and something else. Plastic is a lot stronger. Yeah, it is. But it doesn't always offer you that premium feel. And I mean, Samsung is also moving away from plastic on the Note 3, going with a faux leather back. So, yeah, just plastic just doesn't offer that premium. I honestly don't really care because most of my devices. Well, here's the thing: like with Samsung Galaxy S4, I don't have a case on that phone. I would never put a case on it because it is plastic. With the iPhone, I do feel that I just need to have a case on it to protect it. So yeah, I do get the point of it, but I think some more people are wanting that premium feel when it comes to devices, and that's why this iPhone 5S will probably still be aluminum and all that stuff. So now it's time to talk about the iPhone 5S. And they say this is the most forward-thinking phone that we've ever done. So now it's time to talk about the iPhone 5S. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. We're tired of waiting. He says the most forward-thinking phone anyone has ever made. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be talking about the fingerprint sensor, but you know, something else too. It's probably something else. He's teasing him right. He's getting me excited. He's getting me excited. Slate, gold, and silver. And looks like these are going to be the color schemes here. So they're showing a video of kind of this iPhone 5S is being molded together. And so, yeah, so gone is the all-white version. Well, it's not really gone, but now here are the colors for the brand new iPhone 5S. Here they are, the iPhone 5S. Looks exactly like the iPhone 5, but now you have different colors. Or as far as that champagne or gold color. So you can see that the LED flash is definitely bigger on here. As we go in for a closer look. So it's finally getting dual LED flash. Again, phones have had that for years now. And now we're going to go ahead and move on to the performance of this phone. So now we're going to talk about the performance of this iPhone 5S. Looks cool. And the champagne does look cool because I like that the champagne color is on the outside of the phone too. So it does look cool. So it's going to be having the new A7 processor inside of it. And he says it's a 64-bit chip. So 64-bit, and it says it's the first ever on a smartphone. So 64-bit. So this thing should be blazing fast, as long as the OS can take advantage of it. And this is kind of, pretty, kind of showing us how they're really trying to merge iOS and OS 10 together, 32-bit to 64-bit. So it's a desktop class architecture. A lot of other different. I'll show you the this. I'm not gonna talk about all this. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. So here's just some of the things that this 64-bit, and also this is talking about iOS 7 being able to support 64-bit applications. They're taking a good step here. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So does this mean that these applications are going to be able to run faster and bring out performance? Hopefully battery life doesn't suffer because of all this. What's up, Mohammed, on the stream? Somebody tweeted me. So yeah, so we're still just waiting for more news about this 64-bit chip inside of it. And he just said just from, it looks like the iPhone 5, I mean the performance here, I'm about to show you the performance chart that they're showing. It's a really good, nice performance jump from the iPhone 5 to the 5S. Really nice performance jump. And just like the latest version of Android Jelly Bean, it will be supporting OpenGL ES 3.0. So it's going to be great for games. So games and other applications are going to be taking advantage of it. We'll be supporting this, and now they're going to be showing a demo. So like the new Nexus 7 actually, it supports OpenGL ES 3.0. All right, so now he's bringing some people on stage, and they're going to be showing some demos of some of the games that can run on this 64-bit architecture here with the new OpenGL ES 3.0 support as well. So I'm expecting to see some things that probably will wow us here. And they still haven't really talked about hardware too much. They just talked about the processor. So we're still getting on the hardware as far as the new camera, fingerprint system, and all that good stuff. And so the person on stage now is going to be showing us the conclusion to the Infinity Blade trilogy. This is one of the best looking games, if not the best looking game on any mobile gaming system or mobile portable system out. When it comes to cell phones and tablets, Infinity Blade series is awesome. And he said it's 5 times, the person is showing this game demo said it's 5 times faster than the iPhone 5. So this iPhone 5S running this game is going to be 5 times faster than the iPhone 5. And this person does note that from this picture, you can clearly see on the home button, there's that ring around it. What is that ring? What is it? Looks like they've gotten rid of the logo in the middle, so it's just a regular circle right there. And it doesn't look like to be, kind of. It looks like it's just kind of flat across the entire device there at the bottom. It doesn't look like it kind of sinks in like the previous versions. So we'll see. We'll see though. Here's another look at Infinity Blade running on the iPhone 5S. Yeah. So here's Infinity Blade. Again, we can't see video of it, so we don't know exactly how awesome it looks, but yeah. Still waiting. So far, guys, what we know about the iPhone 5S, 64-bit chip inside of it, first of any cell phone. iOS 7 is going to be optimized for 64-bit as well. All of Apple's applications like iMovie and iPhone, all that stuff are going to be 64-bit optimized as well. Should be running faster, smoother, and a lot more powerful because of this. Gonna be coming in 3 different colors: black or slate, silver, or in champagne or gold, whatever they're calling it. Looks like it is going to have dual LED flash for the camera, finally now. And the home button looks to be different. So these are really just the stuff that we know so far. They're still showing off game demos on this iPhone 5S, showing you what they can do because of these new hardware upgrades. But so we're still waiting for the more details on this iPhone 5S when it comes to the hardware, and also the new things that they can do with iOS 7 because it's on this new hardware. So I'm expecting Apple to wow us with iOS 7 being optimized to show us a couple new features that we haven't seen yet on iOS 7. And so Infinity Blade 3, it will be available alongside the iPhone 5S. So it looks like the launch date of the iPhone 5S, we should be able to play Infinity Blade 3 on there and play all this goodness on it. So we're coming up to about an hour in. We're about 15 minutes away from an hour into this event. So they usually save the big stuff for last. So unless they're going to have a short event today, or they're going to talk about the Mac Pro and all that stuff later, we'll see. So it looks like they have this new processor called the Motion coprocessor. A Motion coprocessor. And it continuously measures motion data. So I'm assuming data from the accelerometer and gyroscope and all that stuff. Yep, and the compass. It enables a new generation of health and fitness apps. So it looks like this Motion coprocessor. It's going to be good for apps like Nike Plus, stuff like that. Those are some of those specs that I showed you before. And it says it can tell applications when you're standing still, when you're walking, or when you're driving. So this new coprocessor will be able to basically just track whatever you're doing. I know there's some privacy concerns with this already, but it's going to be able to know when you're walking, driving, or just standing still. Apps will be able to access this information now. iOS 7 is coming out next Wednesday, the 18th. I think it's the 18th. All right, so now it's going to be talking about battery life. So we have Phil on stage, another popular guy here on Apple. Phil Schiller. You recognize his face. The warts, or whatever those things are, on his left side. Right, he's talking about battery life. So 3G talk time, 10 hours. 10 hours of LTE browsing. And let me go ahead and pull up this on the big screen here. So you got 250 hours of standby time. 40 hours for music, 10 hours for video playback, 10 hours of Wi-Fi browsing and LTE browsing, 3G browsing, 8 hours. Surprisingly, 3G is, you're gonna get 8 and LTE is 10. But 3G talk time is 10. So this is the battery life of the new iPhone 5S. And now they're going to be talking about the camera now. Camera's a very big, important part for every cell phone nowadays. So I can't wait. To see what they're going to be talking about this camera. So now this new camera is going to have a new 5-element Apple design lens with an f2.2 aperture. I think the rumor was that it's going to have possibly f2.0, but it's going to have f2.2, which is still really good. Really good for low light. And no, all this stuff does not come with the new iPhone 5S. So it looks like they're saying it's not going to be more megapixels. Bigger pixels equal better picture. So this is basically all the stuff that we've been seeing with the PureView cameras on Nokia devices. Basically making it, or the ultra pixel actually, the ultra pixels camera system that we've been seeing. That you really don't need from HTC. You really don't need like a whole lot of like 13, 24 megapixels. If you can make your pixels bigger, they're gonna be better. So that f2.2 aperture is just gonna really make low light shooting better. Here's just the image that they're showing on the stage right now. Now that image looks super clear. Even this is, just a photo I'm showing you right now of a camera that has a photo on it. That image looks super clear. The high dynamic range is pretty nice on there. And so now when you take a photo, the camera actually takes multiple photos and it's going to pick the best one. We've seen this before. And also they have True Tone Flash. It's going to be able to look at the different light scenarios that you may have going on and pick the best one. So whatever color your flash is, it's going to clash with the color in the room, especially skin tone. So it looks like this, another rumor has been this LED flash is going to be able to actually flash different colors. So these are the different colors that it'll be able to flash depending on the situation that you're in. So it has two LEDs for the flash. One is cool and white, and one is warm and amber. And using the two in together, they can create a certain flash color to make sure your image is going to be good. So yeah, a lot of times you can tell when you use flash. Sometimes it's actually better not to use flash in certain situations. But this is going to hopefully kind of marry those two situations together. And so now we should have a side-by-side image here coming up here very soon to see how these two images change. And we'll see how this works out. Oops, I almost dropped the microphone on my leg there. That looks like we're not going to have side-by-side. Let me see if I can find a side-by-side for you. Yep, I have a side-by-side for you. Showing you the difference in flash and using this new dual LEDs. It's going to have auto image stabilization. The new burst mode will be able to do 10 frames per second. And this is the image stabilization here. On the left, your hand is shaking, blurry. On the right, it's combating your shaking hand and making the picture clearer. But yeah, the burst mode can take 10 frames per second. The HDR is off. And so yeah, she's talking a little bit more about the how your camera now will be, the phone itself will be analyzing the images that you take and finds the best one out of them. You're gonna be looking at sharpness, blurriness, color, and all that stuff. So if you take 100 pictures, they'll be able to kind of analyze the best one for you. We don't know yet anything about the fingerprint. I'm pretty sure it has a fingerprint sensor in there, but they haven't talked about it yet. Also, slow motion. The new iPhone can do 120 frames per second. So it's going to allow for you some cool slow-mo. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have this in the commercial. So new iPhone now will be able to do slow motion. Slow motion for me. Slow motion. So now they're showing a slow motion video. Again, we can't see this, but and they can capture HD video at 720p. So 1280 by 720p, 120 frames per second. So that's slow motion in HD, which is going to be nice. It looks like they said you can select which part you want to be slow motion. So after you take the footage, you can. I think it's what I'm seeing. That you can actually select which part of that video clip that you want to actually go in slow motion, which is going to be cool. And so yeah, there have been other devices that have done slow motion before. We'll see the quality of this though. We got to see the quality of this iPhone 5S. And now he's just showing some images, some apparently untouched images here from the iPhone 5S camera. And so it looks like he's saying this has not been touched at all or edited or anything like that. It's just straight off of the camera. All right, so now that's all about the camera. Now they're going to be talking about security. So now it's time for security. And this is going to be the fingerprint sensor. So now it's time to talk about the fingerprint sensor finally here in the new iPhone 5S. And so now it's just showing a whole bunch of different other security measures that people do with locks and all these type of things. Like I said, the most common way is a passcode. All right, still waiting to get to the nitty-gritty here. Touch ID. This is going to be the name of Apple's new kind of fingerprint sensor. It's going to be called Touch ID. So this is the name you should get to learn and love now, Touch ID. So now we are finally getting our first glimpse officially from Apple of the fingerprint sensor, how it's working in the home button. You can see right here. It's a pretty small surface area to get a fingerprint of, but it still should be unique enough for you. And some of the specs for this fingerprint sensor. It's going to be Touch ID compatible sensor, that's the name of it. 170 microns, then 500 ppi resolution, which is going to be good to make sure you get the right fingerprint. 360-degree readability. And it said it can read so that means basically it can read in any orientation. So if you have your phone upside down and you swipe your finger, it should still be good. If you have your phone sideways in landscape mode, you should be able to still read your finger. And so using the same sapphire crystal that was in uh, the new lens for the iPhone 5 camera, and it's pretty sure the same in an iPhone 5s camera, but it's using that same type of material. And this is basically just showing you how that thing is going into the home button itself. And because it's sapphire, they're saying it won't scratch. So you don't have to worry about dropping your phone or something like that and scratching the home button, and now you can't use the fingerprint sensor. And so it looks like actually, yeah, so you're not actually going to be swiping your finger. You're just going to be placing your finger. Looks like you're just going to be placing your finger on it, and then it'll be unlocking. And this is an example of the display after you actually unlock your phone. And so yeah, so now he's showing that you can just scan your fingerprint. You can scan your fingerprint in iTunes now to buy things. And again, I said before, like if you have a password, a pretty long one to be security conscious, it gets so old having to enter that thing again every time you want to buy a song or something. So just being able to use to scan your fingerprint is going to be good. And so yeah, so Johnny Ive is back on the video screen talking about this fingerprint sensor. So yeah, we're about an hour in. So we still got a little while though. Hopefully, we'll see. It may have some things up their sleeve here. Here's another look at the new fingerprint sensor home button for the iPhone 5s. And it said it can handle multiple fingerprints. Here's a cooler look inside the fingerprint sensor right here. So yeah, so if you have family members, other people, it can handle multiple fingerprints. So still talk about the fingerprint sensor. And so just for security conscious, saying that it's not going to be, your fingerprints are not going to be available to other software. It's never uploaded to Apple servers or backed up to the iCloud, which is great news to have. So it's going to be something that's just stored locally on your phone. And so it looks like he's wrapping up these three new technology hardware features that they talked about with the iPhone 5s, with the A7 processor, the new camera, and also this Touch ID fingerprint sensor. So either they're getting ready to wrap up, or we're going to have some more news about other iOS 7 specific features for it. And as he said, this is our most forward-thinking phone yet. All right, so here are the prices. The prices for this new iPhone. Sorry, I got so many things working right now. Here are the prices for the new iPhone 5S. $199 16 gigabyte, $299 32 gigabytes, and $399 64 gigabytes on a 2-year contract. And also, they're going to have new cases. They're Apple cases for them, which is going to be $39. Going to be made out of the same similar material that those other 5C cases were made out of. And again, I hate those storage price options because it does not cost another $100 to get 16 gigabytes more of memory or storage. So I really hate that. Apple really could have changed things by just making it $50 or something like that. But so Friday, September 13th, upcoming. This Friday is going to be pre-orders. So get your fingers ready and get ready for a frustrating night. And then it looks like more likely the release is going to be next Friday after that, on the 20th. So you'll be able to buy it in the US, Australia, and Canada. You'll be able to buy the new iPhone 5S. And other countries too. That's just 3 countries. There'll be other countries as well. And here's the lineup of phones now that will be available from Apple. Gone is going to be the iPhone 5. It's going to be the iPhone 4S, iPhone 5C, and the iPhone 5S. And here's a list of the countries that will be having the iPhone 5S available for you. Now, if they're getting ready to end the event, then I'm pretty sure they're going to have another event in October or something like that for OS X Mavericks and stuff like that. So again, I don't know whether they're going to be actually in the event right now. We'll see. All right, so Tim Cook is back on stage now. So that's a big gist of the stuff that we were looking forward to. So now Tim Cook is back on stage. And so it doesn't look like there's any specific iOS features that really take advantage, that are something new like Siri was for the iPhone 5S. And he said, we don't just pack in feature after feature. They want to make sure like features are actual useful. All right, so it looks like they're possibly wrapping things up here. Here's another picture here of Tim Cook on stage here at this event. So, yeah, so this looks to be about the end, guys. They're now showing off a few advertisements of this event. So, of the new products that they announce here. So what we have here is really nothing about OS X Mavericks, nothing about desktops or laptops or iPods. This is strictly an iPhone event here today, talking about iOS 7 and all that. No new iPads, nothing like that. So what I'm assuming is that here, after the iPhone 5S launches, maybe mid-October or late October, But we'll probably have another event of them showing the new iPads and OS 10 Mavericks and the Mac Pro and stuff like that, because all that stuff is slated to, well, at least for the Mac Pro, OS 10 Mavericks, and of course they always have new iPods, are slated to come before the end of the year, so they have to have that stuff out before the holiday season. So that's what I'm assuming. Again, nothing is official, but I'm assuming there's going to be another event in October. And here's just a screenshot from the ad that they're showing right now. Apple's getting disappointing. Not really. I think what happened is the reason why these products are kind of like underwhelming when we have these type of events is because the leaks come out. We already knew about we knew about basically every single thing if you really paid attention to them before they had to announce it. The leaks are just crazy. So we knew everything they were going to talk about today, besides like the 64-bit and stuff like that. I think 905 Mac may have said something about that, but we knew everything. So I think that when you look at iOS 7, and we've seen that months ago at WWDC, it's actually not. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a solid update. Again, I'm not just crazy, but I think it's going to be a solid update. So, and yeah, this was it. I'm honestly, I was really disappointed that I didn't see anything else when it comes to any other products. I thought it was gonna be something else. But here are the iPhones. This is just the iPhone event, but honestly, if you really, if you really compare, okay, if you really want to be technical, because a lot of people like the Galaxy Note 3 and they're raving about it, and I really do like it too. But if you really look at the Galaxy Note 3 coming from the Galaxy Note 2, and you look at this iPhone 5 going to the 5S, besides the subtle hardware changes when it comes to the leather and stuff like that, design changes, upgrade-wise, they're about the same. And, they're right equal. Neither one kind of blows each other out of the water, or neither one really reinvents the phone. You look at those two. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure in October we are going to be having. Here, I come back full screen. We're going to be having another event, possibly in October, or they may just announce everything online. But again, just to recap everything, guys, next Wednesday, the 18th, you'll have the release of iOS 7. Let me see if I can find that list of devices that it would be on. So you have the release of iOS 7 on the iPhone 4 and later, iPad 2 and later, iPad mini, iPod Touch 5th generation. This Friday, you will have pre-orders going for the iPhone 5S and the 5C. You'll have pre-orders for those devices. And just a recap of the iPhone 5S. It's going to have a better camera with bigger pixels. You'll be able to get bigger pixels, and also smarter dual LED flash. Camera software, you'll be able to take 120 frames per second slow motion at 720p HD. The new processor, 64-bit compatible or capable. I think I mentioned that before, the A7 processor. It's going to be compatible with OpenGL ES 3.0. It's going to be better for games. Yeah. So that's basically it. That's basically it. So yeah, so that's basically the entire event, guys. I'm about to go ahead and cut this video right here and start working on some other stuff for you. Just give me my other initial impressions of this iPhone 5S. I'll start working on that, and I'll have some more videos uploaded for you here today. So anyway, guys, thanks for coming out to the live stream. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I think everybody, we had, I think, over 7,000 people come in. All you guys, thanks for watching this live stream. Again, leave your comments about what you think about this new iPhone 5S and all that stuff here, and I will catch you guys later. I will see you here soon in some more videos. Catch you later. Peace. And now I wasn't ready to end the stream yet. So I wasn't ready to end the stream yet. So yeah, here's me awkwardly looking at you, looking at me. I didn't eat any breakfast. I'm so hungry. I can't wait to eat. I don't know what I'm gonna eat though. All right. All right. So I'm out of here. Catch you later. Peace for sure. For real this time. And I wasn't, what the freak? All right, I'm out. All right, again, thanks for coming out, guys. Later.